Hey guys, I hope you are doing well. And today on day 21, we are going to talk about cloud migration approaches. So, in general, we will talk about when we are going to migrate our on-prem infrastructure, data, or application to the cloud. Here, the cloud can be anything like Azure, AWS, or GCP, or any other cloud platform. But the migration approaches will be same when you are talking about the cloud migration. So, in general, we are having seven migration approaches. Out of them, five are core approaches, and two are something like that we need to take care whenever we do any transformation or any migration. So, let's talk about the first approach, that is rehosting. That means it's a very simple lift and shift kind of migration approach where we move existing workload to the cloud with minimal changes in our environment. So no need to make much changes, and we need to make sure whatever application we are running in our organization, we are using the same platform in cloud as well. So in that case, we will not take much pain, and there are very less drawback as well because we are not changing anything, but we will not able to utilize the cloud performance very much in this because we are not making any changes. But it's good when we don't want any changes in our existing application. So it's a fast, easy, and require minimal effort. If we talk about next approach, that is replatforming. As the name mentioned itself, here we need to make the changes in terms of platform. For example, if you are using Linux platform, so the application, whatever, for example, your application is running on version 1, in that case, when we will migrate to cloud, it will be of second version of Linux. So here we are making changes in the platform where we are hosting our application. It might be case for the Windows server as well. So whatever server you are using, you need to make changes in that one, but we are not making any changes in the application. If required, we will change little bit in the code, but will not touch much on in this case. Okay. Next approach we are having refactoring. What exactly the refactoring is? Refactoring is something where we need to optimize our existing code. Okay. So in this case, what we need to do? We need to optimize code for cloud compatibility. But the thing is, no change in the functionality. So we can make minimal changes here, but we will not make any changes in the terms of our application functionality here. That approach is known as a refactoring. Next approach we are having re-architecting. That means here we will, it is mentioned, right? We need to re-architect. That means we need to completely restructure the application to take full advantage of cloud environment. So we need to redesign the application. So let me mention for you, we need to redesign the application architecture. Also, we need to utilize cloud native services and infrastructure to get the full advantage of cloud because we are migrating to the cloud. There, that means that we want to take advantage of the cloud platform. So there are many benefits like we can maximize the benefits of cloud environment, we can improve the performance and scalability, and also we can enhance features and functionality of our application. Now we will talk about next approach, that is repurchasing. It's a very simple and replaceable service or application we can say. For example, if you are using your traditional environment where you are using Exchange server for messaging and collaboration or SharePoint you are using, right now we are having option of Office 365, right? Similarly, we are having multiple application which we were used to configure for our existing environment. But in this case, what we are going to do? We are going to replace it with the SaaS application. That means software as a service application where we just need to purchase the license and directly we can use it, and we can remove our whole infrastructure related to this particular service, so we can save lots of money. And here the best cases is If you have 100 users, then you need to just purchase 100 licenses. If you want to remove it, you can remove that license. If you want to increase, you can increase it. But in our traditional environment, what happens? We need to set up whole service. Either you are having 100 users or 1000 users, right? You are, and also you always keep the scope for the future growth as well. So these are the five core services, or we can say the five core approaches for migration, cloud migration. Now I'm going to talk about two more. That is on number six, it's a retire. See, whenever we migrate something to the cloud or any transformation happen, at that time we do the validation, right? We evaluate our existing infrastructure. So at that point of time, we got to know this particular application is needed or not needed, this particular server is needed or not. If during the evaluation we got to know this server is not needed in for future, we can go for the decommission. In that case, what happens? It will save money for us. That is what organization wants, right? Next approach we are having, retaining. See, we want to take full advantage of the cloud, but sometimes what happens, we are running some legacy application which is tightly coupled with third party application which normally don't support in cloud environment. So in that case, what happens? We need to keep that service on-prem only. So we need to identify those services which are not supported in the cloud. At the time we will follow this approach. We will retain those services. There might be possible that there is some data that you don't want to keep in the cloud, you want to retain that data, then you can do it during this approach. So these are the seven core migration approaches, sorry, seven primary migration approaches that can help you for the successful cloud migration. So I hope you find this video helpful. If you find it, don't forget to click on like button, share with your friends so they can also learn and grow together. See you in next video. Till then, keep learning, keep signing.